when you look at the starting lineup for tonight's game for Golden State Warriors, it's the first time that we've ever seen the, quote, death lineup or the, quote, Hampton Five, whatever you want to call it. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, and Kevin Durant. That's the first time they've ever started together, and you saw immediate dividends.
Yeah, well, you saw a team that's able to get out and transition and play a fast style of basketball, and then at the same time they're able to defend. They were able to apply a little bit more pressure. Everybody was able to touch the ball. And then from the jump, you knew the game plan was to get KD established. He came out super aggressive. So when KD comes out aggressive with this five, and they're able to get up and down the court they play fast anyway. Even with JaVale McGee, they still play fast. But when they play with this death lineup, they're next level fast, and at the same time, they can still defend. So it makes them very hard to guard.
And when they go small like that, they switch everything. They don't care who's guarding anybody, and that makes it difficult for offenses that aren't ready for switching and don't know how to adjust to it.
What does that say for Kevin Durant as a defender compared to what we saw in Oklahoma City to what we see now, him protecting the rim and being able to be that center of the defense?
Well, it's about expectations. And, you know, in OKC, he wasn't expected to be an elite defender. He was expected to be a scorer. He goes to Golden State. They have a lot of guys that can score. But their mantra is, we got to defend. We're going to defend. We're going to run. We're going to move the basketball. We're not going to hold it. KD goes out to Golden State, and he has to fit with the program. And fit with the program means you got to be better defensively than you were before you got here.
I think a lot of times when we see young players coming to the league, we want them to be a finished product, Coach. We want them to walk. We live in a microwave society, so we want these guys to come in and know how to do everything. And some of these guys have to learn how to play defense. They have to learn to be a leader. And KD has always been the most talented player on the court. But now we're seeing him play defense at a level that he never played at in OKC. And I think a lot of that is because it's expected. He's in a championship environment. He's learning from that championship environment, and it's bringing the best out of him on both ends of the basketball court.
Great adjustment by Steve Kerr to go with that lineup. Why do you think it took so long for him to start those guys together? I mean, it's been a full 2 seasons now.
Well, I mean, as a basketball coach, you're looking at different things, and it's all about your matchups as well. And so a lot of times you might think, hey, this guy's playing well, or we normally like to do this lineup, and this guy plays better off the bench with the reserves, and there's all types of numbers that prove to you why this lineup is better than that. So there's a bunch of different reasons. At the end of the day, I think the matchup dictated that they needed a little bit more athletic lineup, so they put Iguodala out there. He's able to guard multiple people. They're able to switch a bunch of screen and rolls, and that way they're able to force the Pelicans to play one-on-one, and Golden State has very, very good defensive players. And
what happened, too, is when you have a game like the third game, and the Pelicans played so well, you're trying to make an adjustment. And they went home and they said, what adjustment can we make that take the momentum away from them and make them have to do something different? They took Rondo out of the game a little bit with this lineup. And they did a great job also on AD in the post and the way they play, because they're a little quicker and a little bit more versatile and playing the pick and rolls, as Brendan just said. And as a coach, you always have something in your back pocket that you're trying to hold on to when it's absolutely necessary. And he needed something to give them some energy and give them a little bit more focus to go out and be who they're supposed to be, because it's hard when you've been as good as they have for the last few years. And you look defensively also, like the pressure, they were able to turn the Pelicans over a lot. You look at this team, 19 turnovers to only 17 assists. I think a lot of that had to do with that lineup, how they started the game out, how they were able to pressure, get into the ball. Limit Rondo's effectiveness. And I think a lot of that had to do with that lineup, that new lineup that Steve Kerr put out there.